Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And today's starting pitcher, number 51. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. That one drilled left field. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. First pitch misses.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Now move to first, and he's back in there. Judge working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Inside, just missed.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Late with the swing there. Runner at first with no outs here. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Tapped in front of the plate. Judge out on the play. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Cody Bellinger.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Check on the runner. Back in safe, really close. Cody Bellinger in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Dominguez leads off second with one gone in the inning. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
In the dirt. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Here's Stanton now.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Tag, save. Hey! He's into third on the wild pitch.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. His second home run of the series. It's 2-0. Singy, that's his 431st career homer, and it ties him with Cal Ripken Jr.
Well, Cal hit double-digit homers for 20 seasons in a row, and that makes this trip around the bases even a little more special, I'm sure. Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Chisholm bats left, throws right, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. He swings and fouls one off. This one popped up. McNeil. And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And it's 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Queens, our starter in this one, Marcus Stroman. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Swing and a ball popped up. Chisholm makes the catch for the out.
Batting second.
Here's a Mets lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Francisco Lindor at the plate now. That's ball one. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. LeMahieu fires over to first. Lindor retired.
Batting third, right fielder, Juan Soto.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Juan Soto. Another solid power season. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
2 outs, bases empty. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. They trail things here 2-0. Second inning set to go. Here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a ground ball out to short, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting seventh, catcher, number 25.
J.C. Esquera stepping in now for the Yankees. Now a pop-up on the infield. McNeil. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's outside.
That's
That's in there. And it's 1-1. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Inside.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good. But outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
In the air, out towards left center. Nimmo makes the grab for the second out.
Batting ninth, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. And foul ball. Two outs. That one ripped. And that is that. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the second, and now it's going to be Pete Alonso.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him. Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Sneaks through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Alonso gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Ball two.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And he deals. Nice grab. Off balance feed. There's one. On to Goldschmidt. That's two.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. In the air, right field. And that is a foul ball.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Foul ball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first, and that is the inning. Mets go down quickly, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now, Jason Dominguez. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. And that one off the outside edge. And they'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Yeah, Judge takes a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that. Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
See if he could get Judge to chase right there. Now 1-2. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Struck out swinging his first time. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Taylor moving under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Mark Vientos. Stroman back to work. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That one missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's down and in.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
On a line base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Ronnie Mauricio now. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Nobody out. Runner at first. Up the middle. Dive, and he's got it. There's one.
Out.
A sensational double play.
Perfectly timed dive right there to knock the ball down. He gets up and flips it to the second baseman to start that 4-6-3 double play. Tell you what, that is the pitcher's best friend.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. And that one clips the corner. Next offering misses down and away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And that chance handled, and he'll be safe at first.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. First time up was a pop out. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. Off the batter's iron, gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 2-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That one finds the corner. Strike one.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Oh, 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back now with the Subway Series. Stepping in the long ball threat, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton measures 6 feet 6 inches, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was a second-round pick back in 2007. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 1 so far. Line drive. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Goldie steps into the box. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that is out of play. One out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4.
Nope. Ball 1.
Action in the pen down there.
1-1.
Edwin Diaz, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Brazoban getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Ball outside. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Hit in the air, right field. Soto pulls it down. Runner tags from third. Throw home. He beats it. It's 3-2.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 51 is done, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Clay Holmes gets the call from the pen.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Next to hit, J.C. Esquera. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Ball one.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off.
Yep, that ball went out.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. That one misses. Full count now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
The kick, the 3-2. And it's ball four. He missed
Ball
down
four.
low. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's the shortstop at the play. Anthony Volpe flied to left his first time. There's the strike at the knees. Swings and misses at one down below the zone.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So one run on one hit. No errors and a runner left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Yankees 3 and the Mets 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Juan Soto. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Not close with that one, and it's 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Next offering is downstairs.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Judge is under it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. And takes low for ball one. One out, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. And a slider misses down and away.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
2-2 now. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Bellinger raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil stands in. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And another ball.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That's a strike.
2.
And it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Out there to center. And it falls. And that keeps the inning going.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Late swing, fouled off. Next pitch is downstairs. Movement in the Yankees pen. Max Fried getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter, the right-hander, also getting loose. And that's way high. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time. And that is that. So they strand a pair. We're headed to the 5th. Yankees 3 and the Mets 2. Back now with the Subway Series. We go to the top of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
So the batting order turns over. Jason Dominguez, the next to hit, 1 for 2. First offering, and it just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
LeMahieu gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that one hit 97 on the gun. And it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
First and second, no outs. Here's a big power threat. Aaron Judge, 0 for 2 in this one. First offering misses badly for ball 1. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. Off the plate, and that's ball 2. And Judge spoils that one. And that one fouled off. No outs, runners at first and second. Next offering is down low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Bellinger.
So bases all loaded up. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Golden opportunity right here. Ripped on a line to center. Taylor tracks it down for the out.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered here in this one.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Off the mark there. And the count is 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run's in. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. That's in there. And that's strike 1. Yankees up by 3. Two on, 1 out, and that's down and away.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That's ball 2.
In the dirt, but kept close. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Runners are at the corners. 1 away. Squirts away a little bit. And an excellent job keeping it right there. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Paul Goldschmidt now.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Comebacker could be 2. Comes home with it for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. They put 2 on the board, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Mets 2. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the Mets DH, Ronnie Mauricio.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. That's it for Marcus Stroman. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Max
Yankees.
Fried on to pitch out of the pen
Number
here.
54.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Tyrone Taylor will hit next. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
First pitch just misses.
Ball one, no strike.
Mauricio on at first. Nobody out. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
Fried out of the stretch, fires. And a foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Next offering is downstairs. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
The 2-2. And Fried gets his second strikeout of the game.
That was a pretty fun at bat right there, but you kind of hate to see a long battle like that end on a questionable call. I think he was right in letting it go. Frustrating result after he fought so hard at the plate.
Now, Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered in this game. Fastball is outside. Man at first, one away. That one's in there. And the count even at 1. In the air, right field. Judge has it sized up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco.
Now up to him, Francisco Lindor. A switch hitter batting right. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And it's fouled away. The Mets trailing by 3, last half of inning number 5. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Mets leave one, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back now with the Subway Series. And here's the catcher, J.C. Esquera. Holmes back to work.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
And that drops in for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pitch came off the bat really well into center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys can run down just about everything hit their way.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Not even close there. And it's 2-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Left field. Nimmo ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
LeMahieu batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The pitch to LeMahieu. Headed towards the corner. Soto really on his horse for it. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Dominguez stands in now and watches strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And there's a foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that is that. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. Hard in the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Mets 2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Juan Soto now.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Brubaker also getting ready. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Now batting.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Jeff.
Now it's the second baseman,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil. A little bit high, and that's ball 1. High fly ball out to center field. Bellinger sizing it up and makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the mound,
39.
Edwin Diaz.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. And ball 1 to Judge. Diaz in his 9th season, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2012. That one misses, 2-0. And he grounds one back up the middle. McNeil gets it to first. Judge out on the play.
Now batting, center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside with a breaking ball. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Richard Lovelady, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Next pitch is outside. And another ball. That's in there, and the count is 3-1. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton, and it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Bellinger over at first with one away. Diaz throw to first. Bellinger dives back. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Inside. Now 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Now all even up. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. First offering. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Loaisiga.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Here's the catcher to hit, Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Down and away for ball 1.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Just missed.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer, when you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Ball 1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Loaisiga fires. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And out of here. He circles the bases. His 7th home run of the season. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
So now here's the Mets DH, Ronnie Mauricio. Right through there for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Ball one there. And it is 2-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air, left field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder, Tyrone.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And a strike.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths. Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Still only one out here in the inning. Stays alive. And he dodges that fastball. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jonathan Loaisiga done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching to the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Mark Leiter Jr. And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
You might think that I'm talking on the whim. I'll be walking Ghost Street singing praises with cherubim. Every good moment on earth has to part with. I'll be with God.
Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit.
Apologetic for the brief apologetic. All pride aside, heaven's my future. I said it. What you think lie ahead for the coming days. New leaves are on the same course.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Next offering is outside. Way inside, and that hit him.
Right there.
now batting.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position. But with the tie and run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. That
One
one
ball,
way
one strike.
outside, and the count even 1-1. Nimmo off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Strike 3, got him swinging. That's the 3rd out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's down to 1 at 5-4. This is the Subway Series on the show.
Give me everything you got. Stripping down in the parking lot.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Stanek.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air, center field. Taylor pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting the first
And Paul
baseman,
Goldschmidt will come up to hit. And that one pulled foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball left side. Vientos whips it to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Now batting number 25.
J.C. Esquera now at the plate. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. And that one fouled off. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That's
One
down
ball,
and in. A
2
slider
strikes.
missed. Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. Two outs. Goes down looking. So the Yanks go in order as they hold on to a 5-4 lead. Bottom of the 8th at the plate. Juan Soto.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Oh, 1 now. And fouled off. Here's the 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And the batter now, Pete Alonso. Right through there for a strike. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is down low.
That's a really good take.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
New arm
Yankees.
out of the bullpen, JT
Number
Brubaker.
34.
Well, the best relievers
JT
love the
Brubaker.
opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. 1 for 3. And the slider just misses. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Pitch is in there. Going to count 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Mets go 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Through 8 full. It's the Yankees 5 and the Mets 4. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Reed Garrett.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Well, 1-run game. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he held up. Swings through that one. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Richard Lovelady preparing to come on if needed. Brazoban also throwing. Foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
on and lifted in the air. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Now a chance for Jason Dominguez.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
First pitch, and it just misses. Out to short, Lindor. Now he launches a throw over his head, and this ball is going to wind up out of play.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
Aaron Judge at the plate. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses, and the count 1-2. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Vientos makes the grab, and that'll do it. 2 left on. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 5 and the Mets 4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Greg Kirby. A chance at his first save of the year.
16.
Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Catcher, Luis Torrens.
Pitches in for a strike, 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to Jazz. Over to Goldie. And they're down to their last out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. Fought off foul. A 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.